Hello, my name is Nana-Kwabena Bilson, Darku. The topic of my presentation is neurological disorders of the brain and the nervous system. Outline. The outline of my presentation includes the introduction, what are neurological disorders, what are the main types of neurological disorders, what are the causes of a neurological disorder, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, migraine, stroke, and conclusion. Introduction. Hello, my name is Nana-Kwabena Bilson Darku, and I'm 15 years old. 2 years ago, I made a presentation explaining the main parts of the brain and the nervous system. This year's presentation will be about the main neurological disorders of the brain and the nervous system. The brain is a fascinating organ that controls all the parts of the body. It is the reason you can walk, talk, or even solve complex math equations. Sometimes the brain can run into problems, and those problems can lead to neurological disorders. In this presentation, I'll discuss the main causes, symptoms, and treatments of neurological disorders. I hope you enjoy. What are neurological disorders? Neurological disorders are diseases to the brain and nervous system. To be more specific, they're diseases to the brain, spine, and the nerves that connect them. There are more than 600 kinds of neurological disorders. What are the main types of neurological disorders? There are many types of neurological disorders, but the main types of neurological disorders are Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, migraine, and stroke. What are the causes of a neurological disorder? There are many various causes of a neurological disorder. Many causes are congenital, meaning they were present at birth. Some causes are acquired, meaning they developed after birth. The brain and the spinal cord are shielded by lots of membranes that are accessible to force and pressure. The peripheral nerves located deep under the skin are open to attack. If they are attacked, it can cause great damage to the whole nervous system. As I stated earlier, many neurological disorders are congenital, such as gene abnormalities, change in chromosome structure, and chromosome abnormalities. Congenital causes of neurological disorders. Gene abnormalities. The change in the structure of a gene is referred to as mutation. Therefore, it changes your characteristics greatly. Some mutations can be damaging to people. It is damaging to people because it can cause abnormalities in the body. Gene abnormalities are so damaging that it can even cause cystic fibrosis. Change in chromosome structure. The loss of DNA fragments from a chromosome results in microdeletion. Microduplications occur when fragments of DNA are gained. If any human experiences those things, they'll have genetic conditions such as Prader-Willis/Angelman syndrome or Cri-du-Chat. Chromosome abnormalities. If there are any changes in a chromosome, it can greatly affect the characteristics of a human being because chromosome contains lots of your genes, a whole lot of your genes. Acquired cause of neurological disorders. Some causes of neurological disorders are acquired, meaning they were developed after birth. The main acquired causes of neurological disorders are traumatic brain injury and spinal cord injuries. Traumatic brain injury. When a violent blow, jolt, or other head injuries damage the brain, it is referred to as a traumatic brain injury. The three major types of traumatic brain injuries are closed head injuries, open wounds, and crushing injuries. Closed head injury. It is when you are injured but the injury is not visible. So it's inside the head, maybe in the outside part of the skull. These usually happens in car crashes. Open wounds. It is when the brain is clearly damaged by an object. You can clearly see the damage. Crushing injuries. It is when brain damage due to the head being crushed against something. So crushing. It's a crushing injury. These can also happen in car crashes. So this is an example of a man that just got a traumatic brain injury. So as you can see, when the baseball hit his head, his brain crashed this side of the skull, already causing a great injury. After the baseball hits the head, he will receive a counter blow, where the brain will end up crashing against the other side of the skull. This is very damaging. A spinal cord injury. A spinal cord injury is damage to any part of the spinal cord, resulting in loss of muscle function, sensation, and important body movements. Spinal cord injuries can either be temporary or permanent. A spinal cord injury is a serious medical emergency that needs serious treatment and rehabilitation to reduce the damage done to the spinal cord. The main symptoms of spinal cord injury are muscle spasms, difficulty breathing, numbness, tingling, and loss of sensation, loss of bladder control, and problems walking. Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a neurological disorder that destroys and kills brain cells, resulting in memory, thinking, and behavior problems. It is an irreversible disease that worsens over time. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia. About 70% of people with dementia have Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a crucially horrifying disease that should be cured immediately. Causes of Alzheimer's disease. As I stated earlier, Alzheimer's disease destroys and kills brain cells. It is a neurodegenerative disease, meaning that more and more neurons die over time. Due to the progressive brain cell death during Alzheimer's, the brain shrinks significantly, causing brain atrophy. The two main hallmarks of this disorder are plaques and tangles. Plaques are abnormal clusters of protein fragments called beta amyloid. Plaques can affect neurons in many ways. They can also interfere with neuron-to-neuron communication. Plaques are located in between neurons. So right here, they're located in between the neurons. Tangles. Dying neurons contain tangles. Tangles are made up of twisted strands of protein called tau. Tau is a protein that the brain depends on a lot. The root cause of brain cell death is unknown during Alzheimer's. However, doctors and scientists have found out that plaques and tangles are the known prime suspects of this horrible disorder. So, this is the difference between a normal brain and an Alzheimer's brain. So, in a normal brain, the cerebral cortex is of healthy size, the hippocampus is of healthy size, and the ventricles are of healthy size. In an Alzheimer's brain, the cerebral cortex shrinks significantly. The hippocampus also shrinks significantly, and the ventricles enlarge severely. They get way bigger. As you can see, it's almost twice as bigger than a normal brain. Normal versus Alzheimer's disease brain. In a normal brain, as you can see, there are no plaques in between. No plaques. And there are no tangles. In an Alzheimer's brain, there are tangles in the neurons, indicating that they're dying. And there are plaques located in between the neurons, affecting them in many ways and affecting the communication between them. Signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. The main signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's disease are memory loss, mood swings, impaired judgment,